up, y'all? It's your girl, El Rochelle, here with Hardwood Diva sports news of the week for the week of November 1st. Since the last time we talked, there's been quite a few things to happen in the sports world. First up, what I want to talk about, Des Bryant's tirade / rant, whatever, on the sidelines during the Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game this past Sunday. Now, everyone's been talking about it beginning to end, each side, everybody's side. Here's my take. Des is a passionate person. He is a person that loves football, loves the game, and wants to help in any way possible and wants to win. Because of that, I believe he is going to show those emotions, whether good or bad. I believe both happened this week. He was really excited. He was talking to Tony Romo when a lot of people thought he was yelling at him and screaming at him and telling him to give him the ball. That's not what he's talking about. What he's talking about is like, dude, this is what we do. Like, let's keep doing this. Let's make this work. We need to get the ball in these situations. Here's how we can do it. And his coach and his quarterback were very receptive. Now, at the end of the game, he did get really frustrated because of how the game ended. And he and Jason Witten kind of had to be separated. But I think it was more because he's just so passionate, just was so frustrated with losing, that as Jason Witten's trying to tell him, like, we still got time, he's kind of like, yo, it's really not that much time, you know, like, whatever. And he was just frustrated. So like I said, I believe both happened. I do believe he needs to understand how to control his passion. You do want that in football, but you can't go overboard. When you go overboard, then people are going to make whatever perceptions, come to whatever conclusions that they want from what they see. Not hearing what you said, just from what you see. So you do have to be mindful of that. As he goes on through the league, I believe he's going to get that. It'll change. It's not that big a deal in my opinion. Moving on. So the second kind of news story of the week, the Red Sox are once again World Series champions. Go Sox! After all Boston's been through this year, this is actually pretty awesome for them. I kind of always cheer for Boston, especially after the curse finally ended. For them, I think this is a great thing after the bombings, and just it's been interesting in Boston this last year. So I'm glad to see the Sox win. If you saw how they were playing early, they went from last to, you know, this team that kind of, you know, is just battling. Beard Gang comes out. They're doing everything they can to win. David Ortiz is just being Hall of Fame-like, as he often is. And they were able to make the St. Louis Cardinals really have to work. And unfortunately, though the Cardinals went up in this series, Boston had zero time to let them, you know, they were like, this is coming back home. It's coming to Boston. Don't even worry about it. So it's really awesome to see them be able to win at home and be able to win for those Boston fans. My kind of fair or foul question this week. After Golden Tate in Sunday's game decided that he wanted to taunt for 20 yards, 30, something ridiculous. The cornerback, as he goes in for his touchdown in the Rams versus Seahawks game, the NFL is considering that crazy NCAA football rule where you get your touchdown negated because of that. Look, he looked dumb, don't get me wrong, and he almost lost that touchdown because he did all that extra. But come on, stop being a no fun league. Chill. It's really not that serious. I say maybe, take more off of the kickoff. If you want to, just penalize them in some other way. Penalize them monetarily after the game. But taking away a touchdown, that's ridiculous. Y'all being real crazy. Chill, Goodell. Chill. It's not that serious. So for me, this one's foul. Basketball's back, y'all. It's pretty good. We've had quite a few games. Chicago's 1-1 right now. They didn't have the greatest of games when they first came back against the Miami Heat down in Miami, but their home opener against the Knicks. They were able to pull out a win. Derrick Rose looks great. He looks like the Derrick Rose of old. I am kind of happy. I know it took a while, but I understand if you're not feeling at your best or feeling that you're not going to believe you're at your best, then you shouldn't be playing. You don't want to get hurt. It's the thinking, it's the kind of conceptualizing and constantly worrying about getting hurt again that to me would actually get him hurt again. So if he's not worried about it anymore, I believe he's able to play at his peak, and I believe he's doing so right now. Lakers came out on their first game out against the Clippers and got 76 bench points. Everyone's talking about, oh my gosh, the Lakers. Don't get me wrong, the Lakers look a lot better than I thought they would look, but 76 bench points is not going to happen. They turned around and lost to the Golden State Warriors the next night. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to get that much. It won't happen. Or sorry, not the next night, a night later. But whatever. You're not going to get that. It's not going to happen every time. The Clippers didn't look so great because they're still trying to get their second unit to gel. Their first unit is pretty good. They actually came back against Golden State last night and did really good. So let's just chill on all the hyperbole. It's 2 games. Let's just watch and see how the rest of this season goes. But I am very happy to see basketball back. And on that note, my final story is kind of a personal, heartbreaking one for me, but it is what it is. I am today rocking my Sixers, let me see if you can see this, Allen Iverson jersey, because as many of you may have seen, may not have seen, earlier this week Allen Iverson made the official retirement. Yes, I know he's been out of the league for like 3 years now, but he's finally come to the conclusion that no one wants him, and that hurts me to say because Allen Iverson was my favorite player growing up. I patterned my own game after him. I wanted to be him. I wore 3 because of him. I was trying crossovers that I couldn't do because of him. I wanted to be like him. I know so many people want to be like Mike, but I wanted to be like AI. Little ghetto girl coming from the hood, trying to be a guard. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be Allen Iverson. He made basketball fun and exciting and made you believe that you could do anything. Didn't matter your size, didn't matter what everyone thought. You could do it, and you could do it on your own terms. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't able to end on his own terms, and I really feel sorry about that because I think he should have been able to. I know a lot of it was his own demons and kind of just not really understanding when his time to go was and how to spend his golden years in the league. I hate to see so many of the things that have happened to him personally, but I do want Allen Iverson to know that we all love him. We all love what he contributed to the game. He gave basketball so much. And like I said, a lot of kids in my generation, some wanted to be like Mike, but I promise you a lot more wanted to be like Allen Iverson. So Allen Iverson, thank you for what you brought to basketball. Thank you for what you brought to all of us youngins in the late 90s, 2000s that just wanted to be just like you, who wanted to be the question and the answer, who had the Reeboks. We wanted to be those. We wanted to be you. And so thank you for all that you contributed to the game of basketball. Deuces.